wrong. I don't wanna be right. If being right means being without you, I'd rather live a wrong doing life.
So I heard you talking about investing in women.
I don't wanna be
I see the case now where most women feel that they don't need a man. They don't need a man, whether it's through advancement or empowerment, through different opportunities, financially. But at the end of the day, we need each other. So that's where I want to pivot. I want to go into your issue where you have $300,000 civil court case that we've been covering. Now, we have a gentleman over here. I'd like for you to come on down here. Mr. Nathan Lombardi. He is a very versed, off-market real estate investor. He dabbles in everything. Then we also have the Honorable Dr. David Jeremiah, who has also been gracing us here with his thoughts and also his passion on what's been going on in the world. So, like they say, God's favorites always get a hard time. We're not exempt. So, even if you do have favor, you run into problems. So what I want to do, I want to kind of ask a few questions here. So first, I'll start with Nathan. So Nathan, in regard to Dr. Jeremiah's case, which is at $300,000 over an Airbnb investment. So how did you get involved in this?
I got involved, once we're friends, and I was trying to help him out of a certain situation.
He's my partner and my friend.
Yes, of course. Friends first, business second. And so we started with this, and we went from getting into this house and then helping out Gloria get out of this home, getting away from her ex-husband at the time. And so we were trying to help her have ownership of the home. And
not cutting him out. He signed for the home. Yeah. We had the home bought. At the last day they come, we ain't told this part. They wanted $21,000. At that time, Miss Gloria Brown was acting like a woman of God. She said, "Well, y'all gonna give me 60, right? We'll just take 21 out of my 60." I said, "Oh, okay." So we went on, told the people, yeah, we closed them all. The next day they come and say they wanted $84,000. Well, we didn't have $84,000. He had already signed it. I had already put the $3,000 earnest money, and they supposed to have been doing it on the equity in the house. Mm-hmm. And they crossed us. He had already signed for the house. Me and him already ready to pay for the notes, everything. Mm-hmm. He'd been with me from day one. We went to buy the house, right, turn it to Airbnb, mm-hmm, then at some time sell it. Mm-hmm. And after it went down, we went to court, and the court said, as long as they get $6,000 a piece, you can have the house. So I went to her husband, and the receiver was going to sell the house 10 o'clock the next morning. And I still don't wish I'd have done it. I'm injured right now, but it's all right. I wouldn't have met you. So if it costs this much to meet you, I'm good, because if I'd had that $300,000, the 160 plus the 140 equity, me and him be in Atlanta somewhere. So I never would have met you. Right. So I had to fall line to meet you. It cost me $300,000 to meet you and you. So, and I'm good with that. You worth it. So at that time, my brother was in the garage, mm-hmm, and Mr. Brown came in there and asked him for his ID. Who are you? And he said, "Oh, brother, I'm here to buy the house." "Oh, I didn't know." He said, "Yeah, I'm here to help you." So that's how everything started. And after his didn't go through, it should have went through, because his credit score was almost 700. So to make a long story short, he started sending money from Detroit all the way back to Houston, almost over 10,000. He's not counting the other 4,000 you sent me before I even went. Yeah. So it's over 10,000 he sent me to help me buy the house from Glory, because him and Glory was cool. Yeah. And me and Glory was cool. We thought she was cool. We never thought that she would lie and say I done something to her or try to have me evicted out the house. We didn't see that. We thought she was a decent young lady. So I give it back to you.
So I want to go a little bit further into how you initially met Gloria. So
buying the house.
No, but I'm talking about, did you know her before?
No.
So how did you get in contact with Gloria?
Miss Bernadette, a personal friend of mine, been known her 30-some years. Bernadette, the big music girl. Her son's rap on the north side. She's major. So Bernadette, know I do.
You talking about Bernadette Wingate, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
That's my girl.
Yeah, Juicy Jewel and them.
Huh?
Juice and them. Juice, her son.
They rap.
Yeah.
That's my girl. I've been to her house. She done cook for me, and she my girl. I love her to death. She's a warrior for her people.
So you met her through a mutual party.
Bernadette, the truth.
Right. And so
She told me she had a house,
okay.
and she wanted to sell it because her and her husband, and there was some equity in it. So I called him. I said, man, they got a house over there. I had never been on no North. I've been in Northgate, but I've never been on 3010 Cedarwood,
Right.
77068. So I was in Austin. I told my daughter, Johnny, to go by there because she's in real estate, been in there almost 20 years.
Right.
So Johnny go by and called me and said, Daddy, I wouldn't give her $550,000. I give her $475 because the school district and stuff ain't right. I said, okay. So to make a long story short, I'm in Austin. I called Bernadette. I said, I ain't gonna be able to get that kind of money. She said, well, you got to go talk to her. I said, okay, I'm coming from Austin now. So I came from Austin. I picked up Bernadette. I'm driving. We go meet. I don't know who Gloria is. She's 5'2", pretty, fine. I looked at her. I'm like, man, she's beautiful. So I go in the house. Now, I tell her, I said, take $25,000. We'll buy it for $425. So she said, no, $525. She said, yeah. I said, okay, you got a deal. So we signed the contract, get all the contract in. I meet her ex-husband. I put the $3,000 down, put it in Nathan's name. We leave. That's how I got to know her. When I'm leaving, the next day when I come by, she said, where you going? I said, I'm going to Austin. I don't know if she said I want to go, or I told her, come on, let's go. I don't want to lie on camera. If you gave me $1 million right now, I don't know who said.
But the end effect is that she came
She
along
wound
with
up
you.
in Austin with me. So she driving a big old truck. I'm falling asleep in the rain. She drove to Waco. I'm like, man, this girl good. Because I don't let no girl drive me. No big old truck. We dropped the stuff off. She get out, let the tailgate. She down with me 1,000. I say, man. I say, okay. She started working with me with real estate in Austin. I stayed in Austin 2 weeks. She stayed right there with me. She working. She said, I ain't never did this. I'm down with you. I'm like, oh my God, I got a partner here. We go back to Houston. She give me a key to the house. And this is your house. Till you buy it. You can take the master, whatever you want. So that's how that happened. But it wasn't no plan. It just happened. So I started looking out for her because when she told me her husband kicked in the stomach, I felt some type of way. She was pregnant when he kicked her, but I found out later, none of that never happened. I got the affidavit, none of that never happened. So she played me to make me feel her ex-husband was a monster. Him, to me, all of us. I had a dude named Matthew White, which he should have brought him here. He stayed in the house for 3 months with a gun, waiting on the husband, ex-husband. Yeah, because she said how bad he was. He was a gangster in Detroit, so we was gonna be ready for him. I found out later this dude ain't nothing like that. This dude been to the army 23 years, came out of PA, and he ain't nothing what she said.
So, where did the tide turn? Where did it go for bad? What was the first instance that let you know that this could have possibly been a mistake?
I gave her the $30,000. That was the $60,000. Everybody happy. I went and bought her a brand new Jeep, 2018 with 17,000 miles on it. It was hard to get it because her credit so messed up. So I had to pay extra $2,500. And the guy at Chrysler, River Oaks, he put up $2,000. And she put up $1,100 out of $10,000 I just gave her. Because I ain't have $70,000. I gave her husband $60,000. I gave her $10,000. And she was going to let me give her another $50,000 later.
Now,
that's when Nathan started sending me money.
Now, we're going to address, because I want to know this as well as everyone else who's been watching. So, you kind of went above and beyond for an average business partner, correct?
I've never done that in my life.
Okay. So, what kind of drove you to do that for her? Was it the fact that you felt sorry for her, or what was it? Anything that was interpersonal that...
Interpersonal a little bit, but most of it, she was small, and she cried a lot, and I would put her in my arms, and I was like, man, And Nathan come over, sit with her. Nathan sit with her like an hour or two and just sit there and talk with her, Glory. Michael Jackson come over, talk to her, Glory. So we was all trying to bring her back. Then my daughter came over, Lavetta. They came over, they said, Father, get her out the house. I said, why? There's too many members in the house. Get her out of that house. I said, okay. So I told her, I said, Glory, let's go get a condo or something. Let me get you out of here. Nah. I said, Glory, everybody's saying that you got too many members in. You've been here 12 years, 14 years. So you had fights and all kind of stuff in there with your ex-husband. And it's going to always bother you. Any psychiatrist would let her know that she needs a psychosocial assessment and a dynamic for a mindset to get out of that environment. You got to get out of the environment to heal. You can't stay in the dope house where they shooting dope at and you're a dope fiend. You got to get out. You can come back to the house later, but first you got to get out to heal. And she didn't want to get out. So when she said, one day she popped a question on me, hey, won't you give me this house? I said, what? She said, won't you give me this house? After she signed a contract with me. I said, Gloria, I can't afford it. You got other houses? I said, but I don't have Steve Harvey money, Tyler Perry money. I said, I got just a little money. I said, Nathan and Miss Jackie Patterson lent me $30,000. The lady you met, the African lady, Emily. You remember she gave us a $30,000 check? Mm-hmm. I took that back $30,000 and put in an account to pay all the notes. Mm-hmm. So I was $60,000 to them, 10 to him. That's 70 right there. All the money not mine. Most of it's mine, but I borrowed some of the money. I owe another girl $8,000 from New Orleans. I call her Miss Queen. I hope she can see this tape. She loved me and I love her. She was a little upset with me because she said, Jeremiah, Dr. Jeremiah, you ain't getting my $8,000 back. So I done injured 4 other people behind this. I had a Jackie Patterson, Emily, Nathan, and a young lady. So I said, Gloria, if I could afford it, let's see what AirBnB do. I'm giving you 50% of my money. Sign the contract with it. I said, well, I ain't gonna be able to do that, baby. She turned to a devil right there. She called the police, told the police I threatened to kill her. Told the police she wanted me off her property. The police said, ma'am, it's not your property. You took that $60,000, that's your property. You can't do that. He said, you signed it right here, you go to notarization. Then she went to the courts and evicted me. I went to the thing, the judge told her. That's why I understand what Ms. Hall doing. All the evidence is there. The judge already ruled. The judge said, I can't put him out. He gave you $60,000, he paid all the notes. He fixed the swimming pool, the whole house. He bought you a car, how am I gonna put him out? So this one, we got to a receiver. We had 2 receivers. One receiver, I gave him $4,000, okay, to get off the case and told him I'm gonna take care of Mr. Brown. She went and put her name on the deed through Paula Miller told her, I was on the phone, to put your name on the warrant, on the deed of the house. I'm not thinking when she said that, it helped the house up from being sold. Not for me to sell the house, I can't sell it because Gloria's name is on the deed, illegally. Because she never finished the Rule 11. First, she got to pay all the notes, and she got to put the house in her name. The house is her ex-husband's name, Gargarius Brown, who was filed a lawsuit on her and went in case and proved to the judge that she never lived up to the Rule 11. So I feel sorry for her. I tried to help her because that's who I am. I've helped thousands of women. This is the first woman ever crossed me. So most women ain't never crossed me.
So when you say Rule 11, enlighten the folks.
Rule 11 was stuff that she had to do to own the house. Me and her were going to buy the house together.
Right.
50-50. I said, I do that with you. I ain't got no problem with that. Because that's who we are. We ain't trying to take your house. If it's a way to save it, we'll do it.
So when did Mr. Brown get involved in this whole situation? Because it seems like he was out of it, but then he finally jumped in.
I called him because the receiver was going to kick us out the next morning at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I called him. I said, man, let me give you $60,000. I just sold the house in spring, and I had $70,049 left, I think. So I gave him 60. I had $10,000.49 left. Glory went to bickering. I ain't got no money. I gave her $10,000. I had 49 cents left. I said, hey man, I'm broke again. He started sending me money again. every time I need some money, I call him. So when I get my money, you know who's gonna be the first. I'm gonna, right?
That's good friend.
Yeah.
We salute you. We salute you, Nathan.
See, a lot of people wouldn't say this in public.
Right.
I'm a millionaire in land, but I'm broke cash-wise because all my money is out. 50 Cent owed me $330,000. See? And he told me he was going to give me my money. He never gave it to me.
50 Cent?
50 Cent.
Okay.
I got all the receipts. We'll do this show.
So we'll do
that. I'm going to give you all the receipts.
We're going to talk to Mr. Jackson
Yeah.
at a later date.
And Mr. Jackson promised me
Yeah.
that his lawyer was going to give my money. Went took pictures with him, went to the bowling alley with him, over in Memorial, went to the liquor store with him. Never gave it to me. 50, you going to give me my money. But come on, what's the next?
Okay, all right. So, getting to this point here. So, we already introduced Mr. Brown into the whole thing.
Mr. Brown's a good man. He told the courts that it's my house.
Right.
I gave him 60. He said he gave my ex-wife 60. He paid all the notes. He said she shouldn't have put her name on the deed. Mr. Binder, that's his house.
So, going through all of this now, you've already been to court behind this November the 12th, right?
I went November 12th on my birthday. We went for a ruling to get a receiver. A receiver's a judge that know real estate.
Right.
They take over the house, they sell it, and whoever owed out, they get a money to it. Say it was Gloria, she get her part, I get my part.
Okay.
But she just not owed nothing. Anybody owed nothing but me.
Right.
And when I get the money, I got to pay him, Miss Jackie Patterson, and Emily, and the Queen from New Orleans. I'm gonna pay them immediately.
All right. So, when you went to the first ruling, what were some of the things that took place in there?
Well, Miss Ursula Hall, judge, told us to raise our hand, hope to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, God. So I thought Gloria was going to tell the truth, but as soon as she raised her hand, when it came down, she started lying. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. The woman told the judge that I didn't give her $60,000. Even the judge have a signed agreement, notarized that I gave her $60,000. And she got about $40,000 in cash in checks. The rest of it was sent in cash app.
Okay.
And I sold her a car and gave her the rest. So then she said that I didn't give her $60,000. And then she turned around in front of the judge and said, Mr. Binder owed me. So I'm raising my hand, I'm about to go crazy. The judge said, Mr. Binder, you next. Just take your hand out. What happened, my phone went out. And the charger I had would not work. Boy, the devil good. That's why I keep me a fast charger now, because I kept sticking in, couldn't get it on. We was on Zoom. So I supposed to speak next, I couldn't speak. I finna tell the judge, Your Honor, she said she paid 8 notes. Her name never been on J&J interest in life. It's just me and Jackie Patterson's name on there. So how did she take some money out of her account that she can't get into?
So,
She lied to the judge, told the judge she paid 8 notes. She told the judge I never gave her $60,000.
So I take it you had representation during that time, your litigation, your attorney Thomas
Burton.
right? So was he able to speak on your behalf or file any motions on your behalf?
Yes, he done all that. He went back to the judge 4 times and asked the judge, did she need any other evidence? We have all evidence to go with the evidence she already had. And he said, Your Honor, we need a hearing. And the judge won't answer and won't say a word.
What's the customary period of a proceeding like this? Like how long would it possibly take?
No more than a week. She could have did this in one day. You see, the hearing was just 2 hours. All the evidence, say this all evidence, right? Say this all evidence. It's all Johnny Binder. Gloria Brown don't have no evidence.
So,
She got some rhetoric and a lie, and the lawyer, Patrick, he know better. He know better. And I found out he been doing this. I'm on the land right here where Pastor just told me he done something to him with money. Pastor Harry. So he been doing this. I didn't know he was doing this, taking people money. So Patrick know better. I've been a friend to Patrick. He was my personal friend. I did a couple of cases with him. Got the investigators and everything. We won.
Did you know that he was felonious and fraudulent at that time?
I had no idea.
You made acquaintance with him?
No, I liked him. I honored him.
Okay. All right. So,
I had no idea that what he should have did is told Gloria Brown, Gloria, you took the money. I fight your case, but I can't fight Johnny Biden, Mr. Jeremiah. He a friend of mine, and you're wrong. So let's give him the house. You done made all this money, and walk away. But he didn't do that.
So with that being said, do you feel as though there may be some type of judicial bias or something that may be coming down from on high that may be handling this case a certain way? Because like you said, it's not customary for it to be this long. This is almost 120 days away from the initial.
How many days, Nathan? November 12th, and right now it's February the 3rd. How many days is that?
So it's November,
12th?
December, January, and almost February 12th. So a few days shy of 3 months.
No, 3 months. Look at it again, Nathan. 30 days, 31 days in December.
Right.
You got 18 days from the 12th. Then you got 30 days, 31 days in January.
Months in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. December's 1 month, January's 1 month. And we're coming up on February 12th in a few days.
12
So
and
almost 3
18, that's 3 months.
Yeah.
We had 3 months, man.
Right. So you're at 90 days and you have not heard anything. So that's not customary in those type of cases. So apparently there must be some other type of engine that's taking place or some other type of energy that's going on that's stopping the proceedings from happening.
All we asked Ms. Ursula, I tried to call her father because he's a personal friend of mine. I love him. Anthony Hall. I called his office. I said, I wanted to let him know, could you just go to your daughter and ask her to just give justice? And I called his law firm. I've been knowing him a long time. You know Marie Preston, my fall partner. He's an honorable man. So I wanted to let him know that his daughter have not ruled on the case, and there's other cases. Harry Dutton, he say she ain't ruled on his case in 3 years. Well, I can't wait no 3 years. And then she got another case she ain't ruled on a year. She's in the Texas law Supreme Court here in Texas that she been filed on because she didn't rule on another case. So I'm having my investigators to find out how many cases she ain't ruled on. And I have other evidence that I'll give Monday. I ain't gonna give it right now. We kind of found out why she ain't ruled on it. And it's real bad. And I'm just trying to work with my sister. I love her, I don't know her personally. I just wanted her to do right with the evidence, and the evidence is in our favor. You can't take my house. All I ask you to do is give us the receiver. And then the receiver will investigate the case, look at all the evidence, look at all the receipts, and and I got a lien on the house, and then we'll go from there. But a 2-hour hearing, and he'll go 90 days later, it still ain't been ruled on. And these people, Emily finna file on me. Me and her cool, but she said, man, I gotta file on you. I'm finna be filed on a lawsuit. She said she's gonna file a $250,000 lawsuit on me. She gonna win the lawsuit. She may not win that much, because I'm gonna have to testify and say, yes, she did give me $30,000. I can't say she didn't.
Right.
Miss Patterson, she's not gonna file on me, and he's not gonna file on me. And the other young lady talked about filing on me for the $8,000, but she went on and said, I'm gonna let you make it, because something must be wrong. I'm torture interference in other people's life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm messing up other people's life. Good thing that he had more than one income coming in. He been indirectly carrying me with his income. Yeah. So I'm strapped. I'm losing over $500,000. Why? Because me and him can open up 10 AirBnB right now and make over $100,000 a month. 12 months, that's $1,200,000. So I'm being interfered with because I can't get my money. I invested my money to put it in to get it out. And if you put the interest on it and the equity, it'll be up to almost $400,000. I'm just saying 300, 140 equity and 160 I put up. That's 300. If you put the interest on it, go to 400 in a minute. So for Judge Ursula Hall not to rule on a case when she know I've been injured? What have I done to you for you not to rule on the case? I don't even know you like that. Why would you injure me, injure my people? Why? And you a judge. You're supposed to give justice. This is not justice.
So is there a way that you could possibly get her removed from the case and get a new judge that will assign a receiver to get this going along?
I can let her off the hook, and we probably do on Monday. But what I'm saying, we know by being helped up, they made $4,000 to $5,000 a week. If you count all the weekends.
Right. And
we're talking about 12 weekends in the holiday. She went from $800 a night to $1,000 a night. I'm on the thing looking at it. So she done made an extra $40,000, $50,000. I'm sitting here, brother. With no money. I done bought a house and I'm not getting a dime from it. Brother, I feel like something I've never felt like in my life. I feel like a sucker. And I don't understand why people think I'm something to play with. I ain't nothing to play with. But I'm not going to go at her like I would go at her when I was in the gangster days. Because I wouldn't even be on here talking.
No.
The whole house would have went up in smoke. And the insurance company could have paid it off. But I'm not doing that. And I ain't going to do nothing to her or nobody with her. I'm going straight to you, straight to him. I'm going to the courts. I'm going to win where I'm supposed to win at. God told me, you work for me now, boy. Go to the courts. Present your evidence. And you will be the one. So here I am with you. And thank you and our brother for filming this, putting it out. And I'll let Nathan take over because Nathan, we both love her. And we never thought that she would do this to us. We done ate with her. We done bought groceries for her. She was in Detroit. We was out of money. He sent money. I stayed there an extra 5 days because her mama was there. He sent $1,000, $2,000. Hey, man, don't worry about it. We're going to got her a rental car. We got a room, all kind of stuff. This man way in Houston started sending $1,000 to go against the house. I said, we'll pay y'all doing the house. He said, okay.
So, this is my thing. I can definitely see some malfeasance that's happening between Mrs. Brown or Miss Brown and y'all, right? So at a certain point, do you feel in the future that you gonna lead in with your good heart?
Say again?
Or you gonna lead in again with your good heart going into other ventures like you did on this one?
I would never do that again.
Okay.
I don't care if it's Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce. I would never deal with no male or female ever again in life. I'm not going to go beyond. I went overboard. I borrowed money from people, almost $100,000 to make sure she good. Then she went and got her car, because you know her car blew up. The raggedy Jeep she had, it blew up. It get hot, she driving down the street to the store. It get hot before she could get back. And so I said, you know what, man? I'm gonna get you a car. And I called Miss, the lady running for a seat, Miss, she running for a judge. Miss Poindexter, she over there at McGregor. The old lady be on Chrysler. I'm trying to call her name. I called her, she said, hey, Minister Jeremiah. I said, man, I need a car. She said, okay, go over there and I'll tell them to give you one. I got that off a favor. You know what I'm talking about if I can get her name out of my mouth. The old lady, she's a good old lady, she's running to be a judge.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Her poster is right there on OST.
Yeah,
on the back
Prevost.
of the OST.
Huh?
Prevost.
Miss Prevost. That's her. So she's a good lady. I called her direct. She said, Minister Jeremiah, go over to Chrysler. I know the owner, because she do commercials with it. And he said, yeah, man, I'm going to go and do it. Took him 2 days. He called me that Saturday morning. I said, hey, Glow, wake up. I went in the bedroom, got her, come on, and got her a Jeep. Jeep brand new, 18,000 miles on it. Then I told her I'd pay the notes for 1 year out of the Airbnb money. Well, the notes paid. She done took all the money. She gave me $1,850 and gave me $1,100. I took $1,000 of that money and put it in the swimming pool. So I ain't got about $2,000 out of $100-some thousand. So I'm trying to tell the judge, Your Honor, while you waiting, I'm being robbed. While you waiting, I'm going to be sued. So what are you doing? I've never done that to you, so why are you allowing me to be sued and robbed at the same time? Why? What did I do? I ain't never done nothing to you, so why are you doing this? Why don't you give me a receiver and let me have justice, let this man have justice, let the people have justice? Why are you doing this for Miss Brown? Why are you doing this for Patrick? What's going on?
Do you feel as though your past reputation has a portion in why this is playing out this way?
No, sir.
You don't?
I've been home almost 30 years, 25, 26 years.
Okay.
I've proven myself. Pastor Bill Lawson stood for me when I went to jail 8 years ago.
Okay.
Pastor C.L. Jackson ordained me. I got extra in the Nation of Islam. I've been with Pastor Remus Wright. I gave a show at his church. Pastor Kirby John, I'm a minister at his church. So I done proved myself. I done saved thousands of people's lives. I teach at all the colleges, all the schools, been to the prison. So I prove who I am. I'm the #1 speaker for children. I done won 2 capital murder cases for an 11-year-old boy. I won, a boy got life sentence. We got the life sentence off him in 7 days. The 2 biggest lawyers in the world, Willie Garrett, worked with me. I called for him to come down. We won the first hanging case on Joseph Hickman. I put that crew together. I called Ben Crump. I worked with him with Pamela Turner case, and I worked with him with Mr. Crawford case. They know who I was, Johnny Biden. So I proved myself. Paul was killing people in the Bible for years. I ain't never killed nobody. And they talk about Paul more than they talk about Jesus.
There was Saul.
So there was Saul. They turned to Paul. They talk about Paul more than they talk about Jesus.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's right.
So all I'm saying, no, that don't play no. Because I done proved to the public who I am, and the pastors have signed off on me and went in the front of the judge and say, no, he ain't never would do that or tell nobody that he was a lawyer. And they dismissed the case.
Okay. The reason why I asked that is because we have to rule that out if we start to talk about judicial bias.
Mm-hmm.
You know, given your rich history here in Houston, quite legendary, quite broad and vast, people would try to go back and try to rehash things, but you're a totally different person now.
It won't work. Okay, here go Clint Cut, man.
Yeah.
He's 30 years old now. You said your birthday?
31. Yeah.
31. Talk to him about me. Listen, he ain't never had a traffic ticket. That's all he had, a traffic ticket. He ain't never been inside no jail.
Right.
So
I might got a traffic ticket, but no jail.
no jail. So why would he be here with me? Why would he give me his money? Why would he invest with me? Why would he be my partner? I met him at the auto dealership, making $100,000 a year. I told him, come out of there, you make $2 million. He came out. There he is, talk to him.
So, when you met Dr. Jeremiah, like he said, you were doing well already. So, kind of take us through the genesis of y'all friendship.
So, doing my thing at the Audi dealership, I went to go have lunch at some, restaurant right nearby, and happenstance that he was in that same restaurant helping out someone else trying to get a job at a staffing office that he had connections to the owner, someone in that realm, right? So I got to meet him, and then we exchanged phone numbers, and then we ended up meeting up back again. I think it was in that same spot, meeting up with the actual lady that was going to get a job. She was an engineer, I guess, right? And he helped her out get a job and get a better.
I got a lady's job. She was an engineer. She couldn't find nobody qualified to give her a job.
Yeah.
So I went to the thing where Miss Carolyn owned the company, and if I wasn't doing a favor for this young lady, I wouldn't have met him.
Yeah, true story. Then we always kept in contact, and then I don't know at what point happened, but then it really came into the Gloria situation and getting to know him.
We started doing real estate together.
Yeah.
So when I first...
Oh, we're working on commercial projects together. We're
Yeah.
working on trying to buy and flip apartment complexes and broker them. So we were in that space, and we were talking all the time, communicating, talking about deals, and then it just again we got into that case with Gloria, and then that's kind of how it's been going. But we're still.
He was gonna buy the house.
Yeah.
Because I trust him. I won't sign no contract with him. Money don't make him. God made him. So I was going to let him put the house in his name, and then later on we sell it. I was going to give his percentage, and I was going to get mine. And we're going to keep going. We love Gloria to this day. We hate her way. And I never thought Gloria would try to arrest me or lie on me or say all the nasty things she said about me. But Miss Brown is turning to a Jezebel. I ain't never thought. I mean, she was clean cut. She fooled all of us. She just fooled me. She fooled Michael Jackson. She fooled him, me, Matthew White, Bernadette. She fooled all of us. Yeah. We was all on her side against her husband, ex-husband. We thought she was an outstanding citizen that had been messed over. And we found out. Huh?
We were Team Gloria at the time.
Team Gloria. We was on her side. If you touch Gloria, we'll bust your head. Look at us. I mean, but I said nothing about it. I mean, she was our girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And we come to find out everything she told us was a lie. All three of her children are testifying, her two daughters and her son, are testifying against her at her ex-husband thing. They just went to court the other day and they set it off again. You know, the state know they ain't got no case. I told them I testify. I ain't never testified for nobody, but I testified for Mr. Brown. The man didn't do it. I got the paperwork where he never kicked in the stomach pregnant. And then she say, he choked her. Ain't a scratch on her neck nowhere. And if he did it, why did you wait 24 hours later the next day and file on it? Why didn't you just call her at night? And there was two white people in the house that lived there, walked in and looked at her. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. They signed an affidavit. So it's about 6, 7 affidavits, and they know they ain't got no case. So I'm asking Ursula Hall. You see you got a habitual liar, Miss Gloria Brown. You see Patrick, the lawyer, won't do nothing to stop it. He doesn't bleed. He just let it bleed. I don't know why. I don't know why he doing it. I don't know if he involved with her or what. But all I do know is this. The first case, she was leaning on him. While we doing the case, I'm like, whoa. And my people, I say, look at this. So we filmed it. Mm-hmm. So whatever going on, Ursula Hall, Judge Ursula Hall should do what's right and give us a receiver and get out the way of it, because every day she leave Gloria and every weekend she leave her, she making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And I'm the only one being injured.
So would it seem like, and tell me if I'm wrong, but allegedly, it seems like it may be a payoff scheme going on, possibly. Because there's no way that something be held up that long, and especially in the time frame that it was held up that long, and that amount of money is being made without a change in hands, just like you said.
Well,
people have turned a blind eye to
yeah, Patrick,
what's going on.
Well, Patrick know her from his pastor. I ain't gonna call his name to Monday.
Okay.
So, and I looked on her Facebook and seen that guy there. Mm-hmm. So it's something going on. I don't know what's going on, but I do know they know each other. Okay. So my whole thing to Miss Judge Ursula Hall, get out of there and help me and do what's right by me and give me a receiver. Because if she don't give me a receiver and she let the case go away, she say, well, no, I don't give you a receiver. Then I would get a lawyer and I would go after her. I would have to. Because I know she knows. She got all the evidence. She got all the evidence sitting there in the front of her. That I gave this woman $160,000 and paid all the notes. I didn't ask you to rule in my favor. I'm asking you to rule in law favor and rule for justice. Just give me justice. It's my house. And she put her name on it illegal. So I done did all I can do, so now I'm finna go all out. She got a case on her from Texas Supreme Court for not ruling on the case. And then I talked to Harry Dutton. I know I shouldn't put this out, but I am. Harry, get mad at me, I still love you. Leslie told me yesterday, day before yesterday, that she ain't ruled on this case in 3 years. I say, what? So this has seemed like a practice of hers, and now she done throw me in this. And I'm not gonna take it. I love the judge, I honor her, I'm glad to see a black woman be successful, but don't injure me. Who just did this tape? who was this? Who was this? Who was this? Who was this? Will Smith? No. Who was it? Oh, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey said, you can't have success in injuring other people. He said, God will take that success from you. Steve Harvey, I agree. So, Patrick and Gloria Brown is having success right now. And I'm the one being injured. Judge Ursal, we pleading with you to do what's right. Give us a receiver. He was on the Zoom call at the same time. He know the whole case. Give us a receiver, let us sell the house, and give the people money that's owed, and let this go away. I can't go no further. Just going into 3 months. I can't do 3 years. The legislator, Hal Dutton, state representative, say she ain't ruled on this case in 3 years. But I can't do 3 years. I can't. I'm injured and I'm gonna be sued. So I have to do something. And Monday, I'm bringing all the evidence. And everybody got something to do with this, it would be uncovered. So I'm asking the judge, do not let Gloria, who lied to you, Your Honor, she lied to you in open court and told you that I didn't give her $60,000. Here go a man testifying that I gave it. He know I gave it because he was with me when I gave it to her. The cashier checks everything. And then I gave her husband a whole $60,000 at one time and paid the notes, $1,861.25. 14 of them. Huh?
How much is the amount every month?
$1,861.25. How you think I know that?
And that turned out to be $25,067 over the time frame that you paid for. Now, this is what we'd like to do. So, like you said, you have evidence that will come out on Monday.
Yes, I'm gonna give it to you.
All right, so that's gonna come out Monday. So for everyone that's tuning in, if you have any words of encouragement or if you have any questions in regard to this, please feel free to reach out to worldofcomedy05@gmail.com. You can also go to IG at worldofcomedy5, and we'll definitely relay that message to Dr. Jeremiah. And even if you had something to say for Mr. Lombardi, who's been deep down in this process,
He's
and
injured
been a
as well.
steadfast person. So let's try to get justice for the both of these individuals. So we're gonna sign off here.
Before you do that, remember this. When you put justice for Johnny Biden, put justice for Nathan Lombardi. Put his name on there. His money in there.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason why is this ain't no black and white thing. It's a right thing. He lent me his money for justice, and now we both injured. We have other projects in Austin. We have projects we need to do right now.
That's right.
We losing money because we can't get our money. So we asking the judge to give us our money, give us justice where we can live our life, man. I got a mama that needs money right now. She needs a cat keeper. I don't have the damn money to give to my mama. And my sister taking care of my mama because I can't. That's wrong, man. My mama had a stroke and flatline. I ain't gave my sister no money in a year. Oh, damn near $30,000 don't have it. I can't take care of my own mama.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and sign off right now, but we need justice for these two gentlemen here. So what we'd like for y'all to do is to like, comment, and share so we can get that justice and we can get the word out. Signing off from here, Ken Mills with Unbiased. We'll talk to y'all soon.